Are you ready for some memorabilia tonight? Oh yeah, we're about to have a lot of fun. I always love doing the memorabilia. It's always so much fun to see what comes out, right? Our jerseys and our helmets, especially when we get to do them in big volumes like we're going to do tonight, with a half case break of mini helmets and a full case break of the TriStar Game Day Greats football jerseys. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. We don't have any card breaks tonight either, mainly because 5 days ago my listing software was kind of malfunctioning. So I only got 2 breaks listed, but they're going to be good ones, so it's all good. It doesn't matter. All right, guys. So before we get started, we've got a little info to go over. This is full. This break now is full. The random team break for the case of 2018 Leaf Greatest Hits football with the bonus autographed Saquon Barkley jersey. The only thing I am waiting on is for a handful of people to take care of getting their payment in. If you are one of the folks who you happen to see your name on this list and you know that you haven't yet paid that PayPal money request, if you could get that taken care of, I would so appreciate it, because if we can get it paid, you know what? We'll break it tomorrow. I will be sending an email directly to your email account when I have a set time for the break. Hoping for tomorrow, if I can get the rest of the payments in tonight or in the morning. Okay, feedback. It is completely automated on eBay. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, I'm going to turn around and have my little automated system assistant, if you will. My little automated assistant will instantly leave positive feedback for you. So that way you don't ever have to wait on me to get caught up. And of course, the next thing there is just a big thank you, because I do appreciate all of you guys and gals who bid and break and chat and hang out with me. We're taking a look right now at breaks that are already up and running on eBay. This is stuff that you can bid on now that we'll be breaking over the course of the next 5 nights, okay? So tomorrow night we're going to open a Hit Parade autographed baseball jersey, a Hit Parade Series 1 autographed baseball glove, which that is the last of those that I happen to have. And then we'll open a full case of Chronicles baseball. On Friday, we'll open a half case of our Leaf autographed football jerseys. That will be the start of a new case. A case of Vanguard basketball. That's a new high-end basketball product. It comes out on Friday. I just have the 1 case of it, so we're going to break the only case of it I have on release night. We'll also open up a case of Absolute Football, because guess what? Friday is its release day too. On Saturday, we'll open a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey. The back half of this case of mini helmets that we're going to start tonight, we're going to finish that case up on Saturday night. Couple of boxes of 2007 Upper Deck Premier and a full 12-box case of 2011 Crown Royal football. Going to travel back in time a little bit to get that one. On Sunday, we'll open an autographed baseball bat, which might have Baby Vlad in it, who was just named, I think, our minor league player of the year, Vlad Guerrero Jr. I think he's on that checklist. You have to double check the listing description, though, but I think he might be. We'll also open a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures football. It's the back half of the case that we started a few days ago. And a second case of Absolute Football. On Monday night, we'll open a triple play baseball box. And we're going to try something new Monday night. It is a 4th and Goal football box from Hit Parade. So what it has in it, actually a little bit more than normal even. So it has an autographed full-size football helmet, an autographed mini football helmet, an autographed football jersey, and finally an autographed photograph to go with it. So full-size helmet, mini helmet, jersey, and picture all in one single box, all in that one break for 4th and Goal football, which we're going to get into on Monday night. We will also open, looks like I left off the quantity there somehow or another. I managed to not get that in there, so let's fix that right now. A case of Leaf History of Baseball Cut Signatures. It's a full case break. There's 14 boxes in a case. And you know what? I decided to list it by spots by the first letter of the last name, because a lot of these guys, we're talking, there's Mickey Mantle in there, Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth. I mean, you can take a look at the sell sheet and get an idea of the stuff that's in there. I mean, obviously, they're not all going to be that, but those are an idea of some of the players that we can pull. And and they don't publish a full checklist for it, so it's hard to know if there is something for every team or not. I just decided to list it by first letter of last name, and then that way we're covered. We will also open a 6-box half case of Topps Luminaries baseball. That comes out Friday, but I somehow had a brain hinder, and I forgot that it was coming, and I forgot to list it, and there you go. So we'll start it on Monday night, but it's another nice high-end product. It's I don't know, maybe around $2,400 a case, something like that. So we're going to open a half case on that first pass on Monday night. And then we will open a 5th case of Origins football, which is the last of the Origins football that I have. So if you're interested in Origins, that's going to be our last chance to jump in on that. Everything we're opening tonight is a free shipping item. And so you know how that works, probably, most of you. I project the free shipping stuff generally to go out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. For right now, I'm projecting all of this to get out the door on or before Monday. Probably I should have said Tuesday, but it looks like I forgot to change the date. So that's okay. We'll stick with Monday. And normally I can get it out by that date with no problem. Often it goes earlier than that. Consolation cards, because these are free shipping breaks tonight. If your team is not one of the teams that is pulled, your consolation card, which you can be from any year in any series, which you would get for your no-hit team. Normally, I'm just going to hang on to that because it is a free shipping break. I do track it for a rolling 90-day period, and then the next time when you pull a card or an item, I just gather up all of those consolation cards that you're due, and I include them with that next package that ships. If you don't want to wait for that and you'd like to have that consolation card sent to you now, just send me a message on eBay after the break. We'll get you taken care of. I'll just drop it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and it will be heading your way. So first up tonight is 6 boxes of 2018 Gold Rush Series 3 autographed mini football helmets. This is a half case break. It's break number 25 of 2018 Gold Rush mini helmets in general. Obviously, some were Series 1, some were Series 2, etc. So, but you know how that works. Everything, of course, ended tonight on eBay Wednesday night, the 5th of September. We have our team names on the left and your name up in lights on the right-hand side across from each team if you happen to be the winning bidder tonight. This is the start of a new case, so you probably know what that means. But if you're new and you don't know what that means, I'm going to fill you in. It means that I'm getting ready to open up this case and I'm going to take out all of the boxes. Yep, I'm going to take all 12 out. And I will number each of them on the end, and then we will use random.org to determine which 6 we open tonight versus which 6 we open in the next break. And this case, friends, is way too big to fit in that small little space there that you see on the table that this camera covers. So I'm going to open this up down here on the floor and set them up there to number them. This just came in today, thanks to the holiday, right? I thought it was going to be here yesterday, but I forgot about the holiday when I ordered it. So it just showed up today in the nick of time. I think I'm going to set them on the end so that I can number them easily that way, or relatively easily. Of course, we're going to stack them up. They're going to be leaning over like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or whatever that's called in Italy. I think that's what it's called. Hopefully they're not going to come crashing down upon us, or upon me. I guess they wouldn't really crash upon you, would they? Seeing as how you're there and I'm here, I think it's me that it would land on. I'm going to set these last few kind of off to the side because that's really looking rather precarious up there right now. Okay. Well, as you can hear, I'm kind of trapped by the box. Hang on. I somehow managed to get myself on the wrong side of the box in the wall. I don't really know exactly what happened there. I just I just had a little moment. Scott is here, and so is Robert, who's looking for the Falcons. Buckeye for Fun says woohoo, which I'm betting that Buckeye for Fun is woohooing because he knows that Leaf Greatest Hits football is getting ready to break as soon as we get those, as soon as we get those last couple of payments in. We'll be scheduling that break hopefully tomorrow. I would really hoping we can break it tomorrow. And Greg is here, and Steven is here. And we're all numbered. You can't really necessarily see them all. I can show them all to you, though. Don't really matter. There they all are. So they're all there and here and here. And I'm surrounded by mini helmet boxes. We are going right now to random. This is pretty easy. I'm just going to type in 1 through 12. I'll hit randomize one single time. First 6 numbers will open the corresponding 6 boxes. Okay, there's our 1 through 12, and here we go. We are opening 6, 2, 7, 1, 9, and 4. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. I gotta remember that. Okay, 1, 2. I don't need 3. I do need 4. All right, hang on. 1, 2, 4. We need 6. We need 7. Oh boy. We need 9. Is that 6? That's 6. Right? Yeah, 2, 4, 6. Okay. Let me get these other 6 put back in the box in their case, and I will be right back. Okay, the only thing about those cases of mini helmets, man, they take up a lot of space. Like a crazy amount of space. All right, so I'm going to move the rest of these kind of out of the way. We're going to do them one at a time, obviously. So let's just clear a little space out so we can see what we've got. And of course, the jerseys are coming up after we finish up. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to show you the... I didn't do that, you know, for years. I've never done that, shown them sideways like that, cutting through the tape. One day somebody said that that's how they wanted to see it, and I try to remember to do it, but every once in a while I forget. But that looks a lot like Jason Witten to me. What do you think? It's the Dallas Cowboys JSA authentication paperwork, JSA authentication sticker on the back. Hey, I got one right. I actually read a signature correctly. Jason Witten and the Cowboys. Buckeye for fun. You are asking, I'm guessing, you are asking me about Leaf Greatest Hits, right? If everybody gets their payment in, I think I'm still waiting on 3 or... Oh, see, this is why I don't like cutting them from the side. It's really, for whatever reason, I have a harder time with it. Probably if everybody gets their payment in, we'll just take care of it tomorrow. It'll be early evening, most likely, but I don't want to quote you a specific time because I don't know yet if we're going to have all the payments in. So once I have all the payments in, I will be sending everybody out an email who's in that Leaf Greatest Hits break, and it'll tell you the exact time. JSA authentication paperwork, JSA authentication sticker. Also a player hologram sticker. And you know who this is, right? I mean, that's our smoking hot rookie TJ Watt. Yeah, baby. If you've got the Steelers and you don't like TJ Watt, man, there's something wrong. Because TJ Watt looked so good last year. I called him a rookie. He's really not. He's just going to be his second year. I still just kind of think of him as one of our young guys. But TJ Watt, guys, an awesome defensive player for the Steelers, the brother of J.J. Watt. So, Steelers with a nice hit there. We have a collegiate signed helmet, and that is Mike Singletary. He is a Chicago Bear. It is authenticated, same as the others, with the JSA paperwork and the JSA sticker. And Mike Singletary, I know for sure his entire career was with the Bears because we looked it up the other day. He came out for something or another the other day, and we looked it up, and like pretty much we knew Mike Singletary was going to be a Bear, but that verified it was his whole career. You said, is that Steeler helmet signed in Sanskrit? TJ Watt's signature actually looks almost like JJ Watt's signature. They're very, very similar. They both have a kind of a stylized signature, if you will, for lack of a better word. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are out next. JSA authentication paperwork, JSA authentication sticker, and that is Jason Pierre-Paul. Don't pull him very often for any team. He used to be a Giant, I think. He used to be a Giant. Of course, obviously, Tampa Bay Buccaneer on that helmet, so that's where that's headed. Gina, where you been anyway? Haven't seen you for a while. It's been at least, well, you must have taken off for the holiday. It's been at least a few days, I think, since I've seen you in chat. Oh, Buckeye for Fun wasn't the last case of these that we had the other Mike Singletary. I just knew we had pulled him out of something recently, but we've opened a lot of memorabilia, so I couldn't remember for sure what. I believe that is going to be Ron Jaworski. Little Jaws, I think, coming out. JSA authentication paper. JSA authentication sticker. And yeah, it is Jaws. Ron Jaworski for the Philadelphia Eagles on a nice little throwback helmet. So here comes number 6. Out the door. Not out the door. Out the door will be when I ship it out to you, right? Out of the box, I guess, is what we're doing right now. More to the point. Ooh, who is this? This is a collegiate helmet. And I believe, yeah, this is a current year rookie. That is Mr. Darius Geis on an LSU helmet. Of course, Darius Geis is a Redskin. And we have an authentication in there that I believe is also JSA, just with a different color scheme, purple color scheme for some reason. And there's our JSA matching authentication sticker. Name on the bottom, Darius Geis for the Redskins. Okay, guys, so let's recap our mini helmets before we move on to our jerseys. The Darius Geis on the LSU collegiate helmet, of course, is going to go to the Redskins. Then we have another collegiate signed helmet. This one is Mike Singletary, Chicago Bears. Trying to get them back in the box as we go along. I'm not doing a great job of that, am I? This is for the Cowboys. We had Jason Witten come out. For the Eagles, we had a little Jaws, Ron Jaworski on a nice Eagles throwback helmet. Well, man, I cannot get... Some of these do not want to cooperate with me tonight. We had a Tampa Bay Buccaneer make an appearance with Jason Pierre-Paul. And last, but certainly not least, is our handsome TJ Watt for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, baby. You know I love my Steelers. My Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, so that has this half case of mini helmets is all finished up. Once again, it was Steelers, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Redskins, Bears, and Eagles taking home helmets this evening. And coming up next, we've got our jerseys. Coming up next, I might want to fix our tripod, considering I'm running into it with boxes and myself and everything else. I need like a bigger area to do some of this in, I think. Might be helpful, mightn't it? So if you did not see this a moment ago, once again, we are looking at potentially a Monday shipping date. And if I can get it to you sooner than that, I will. Probably I can, or probably I can get it out sooner than that. And of course, same as before, if your team is not the team that's pulled, your consolation card can be from any year in any series. Because these are free shipping breaks, I typically hold it until you next have a package ship. I can send it sooner if you want. Send me a message and let me know. And I do track that stuff for a rolling 90-day period. So we are now rolling into 5 boxes of 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys. This is a full case break, and it's break number 28. Our other 27 breaks have all been single jerseys. This is the first full case of TriStar that we've done. So I'm kind of anxious to see what we find in here tonight. And of course, same format where we have team names are on the left-hand side and the winning bidders for each team are across from it there on the right-hand side. Christian, the Dallas helmet was Jason Witten. And Greg, I'm guessing you had the Eagles tonight, so that is good news for you. And Ron, you must have had the Redskins because you're woohooing the Darius Geis, so I like that. And Buckeye for Fun is just saying go Steelers. I like that too. He said beat the Clowns, talking about the Browns. But you know what? I'm not hating on the Browns, man. I think the Browns, first of all, I think they're going to be pretty good this year. At least I feel like they're going to be better than they have been anyway. It'd be hard to be worse. And secondly, I feel bad for those guys. I mean, they've won one game in 2 seasons. Like, nobody wants that to happen. So I kind of hope, I mean, I don't want the Browns to beat the Steelers. Let's not get crazy. But I do want the Browns to have a good season anyway. We'll see. I haven't even watched the final episode of Hard Knocks yet because it just makes me kind of sad because all those guys got cut. And I really liked a couple of them. Like Cajuste and a couple of those guys that I wanted to make the team. So here are our 5 boxes. Same as we did with the mini helmets. I'm going to set the majority of them aside. We're going to open them one at a time and see what we find. Somebody asked me in a message if these are all custom jerseys. And I couldn't remember if we had ever pulled one out of here that was an authentic or not. Because, I mean, we do occasionally pull authentics, but I never kind of know, like, which ones came from which. So I don't know if these are all custom or not. I kind of think most of them are. That's how I answered it anyway. I'm like, I think most of them are, but I don't know for sure. Well, look who we start out with. Le'Veon Bell, Mr. No-Show. Let's trade him and get him out of here, but we're not gonna. But that's what he thinks. He's trying to hold out and get that Khalil Mack deal happening for him. So there is a Le'Veon Bell autograph here on a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. There's your JSA authentication sticker, a JSA authentication card up at the top. And of course, this is just a little informational card that was there inside the box. Please make sure if this is coming to your house that you actually find all of that paperwork before you throw anything out. Lots of times I take it and fold it up inside the jersey. And I know when you get those jerseys, you're going to be excited, just like I would be. And you're going to take them open and, you know, take them out and fly them open so you can get a good look at them. And those little papers are going to go flying if you don't look for them. So, oh, yeah, you're right, Tim. We did pull a Nike Color Rush that was an authentic. But it wasn't out of TriStar. It was out of Leaf. Although Leaf, oddly enough, actually says that all their jerseys are custom. But that one wasn't. You're quite right. So it's kind of hard to say. You don't kind of know what's going to happen. Okay, so this is Billy Sims. And good grief, 1980 NFL Draft #1 overall pick. I don't know where he played. I'm going to have to look that up. It's JSA authenticated and won the Heisman in 78, apparently. JSA again. And then drafted in #1 overall in 1980. So let's go see where Billy Sims played. So hold on for a moment while I go look that up. And of course, I can't see chat right at this second. So for anyone who's potentially typing in there the answer to this question, I can't see it just exactly yet. But we're going to pull up his career stats at NFL.com. And it looks like Billy Sims was a Lion all the way through. 5 years of the Detroit Lions. So Billy Sims is a Lion. That's obviously got to be a collegiate signed jersey there in the colors of Oklahoma. Maddie and Daddy's Breaks is here. Oh, Jeannie, you got that right. You said Lions. Maddie and Daddy's Breaks was thinking, thought Redskins. probably based on the color of the jersey, right? But that was actually would have been a custom jersey for Oklahoma. And Jeremy, you are quite correct. It is a Lion. He played every season for the Lions. Ooh, this is fun. Houston Texans coming out with a hit for DeAndre Hopkins. Also JSA authenticated, and of course there is your handsome DeAndre Hopkins signature and your JSA paperwork there on the flip side of that. Here comes number 4 out of this case. I'm always kind of interested to see how the cases unfold. It's been very interesting with Leaf because, you know, we've had some cases where we see hits that we see in other cases, and then we've had cases where we haven't seen any of those jerseys in another case. So it's been really interesting opening all the Leaf stuff. This is, oh, Jimmy Johnson. Wow, how about that? Jimmy Johnson, man, for the 49ers. And here is the Jimmy Johnson signature there, along with the Hall of Fame inscription, a TriStar authentication paperwork, and oh, there it is. There's our TriStar hologram authentication. So that's pretty cool. You don't pull Jimmy Johnson every day. So San Francisco 49ers with a hit. All right, we are on Last Box Mojo for our jerseys. So we pulled a couple of current players and a couple of Hall of Famers out so far. And the Dallas Cowboys. You are not going home empty-handed tonight, Dallas Cowboys. Because we have pulled for you Bob Lilly, who is definitely one of your Hall of Fame players there for the Cowboys. Your information card's a little bit bent up, but I don't think that's probably any big deal to you, I hope, anyway, because that's just a little reference type thing. There, of course, is your Bob Lilly signature with this Hall of Fame inscription and a TriStar hologram authentication. I don't see any TriStar paper in here, so we just have the hologram authentication and the information card. There's no separate TriStar paper, okay? So, to recap our jerseys, it is Bob Lilly for the Dallas Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson for the 49ers. Lots of inscriptions tonight, too, which is kind of cool. Because, you know, when these guys sign things, they get an extra little chunk of change if they inscribe it. Like, sometimes $25, $30, $40 extra. It's kind of crazy. DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans. Here comes Billy Sims. He was signed on a collegiate jersey, which is why it is the color that it is. But he was a Detroit Lion. He played his entire career with the Lions. So Billy Sims to the Lions. We did verify that on NFL.com. And then the first out tonight was Le'Veon Bell, Mr. No-Show for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This jersey looks a little... Doesn't, you know, like the white looks a little gray. Like you might think, oh, that's just the camera. But no, the white actually looks a little gray on this jersey. I'm kind of not sure why, but I guess that's not the important part. I guess the important part is the signature on there that says Le'Veon Bell, right? That's the part that you care about. So those are our jerseys and our mini helmets tonight. And like I said, we didn't do any cards, so... That's actually our whole break for the evening. I will put up spreadsheet information one final time for anybody who might have missed it. Once again, if you are in this break, it is filled. We are only waiting on some payments to arrive. So if you're one of the 3 or 4 people whose name is on this list, but you know that you have not yet paid that PayPal invoice, I would greatly appreciate it if you could get that payment taken care of tonight. Because if so, we can get this thing broken tomorrow. and I'm pretty psyched about that. And once again, I will send you a message if you're in that break. It's going to come directly to your email. As soon as all the payments are in, I'll be sending everyone a message that tells you exactly what time that is going to break, what date and what time. I hope it's going to be tomorrow, but, we're going to have to wait and see if everybody gets their payments in. So once again, looking at the stuff coming up, some autographed memorabilia tomorrow night with a baseball glove and a baseball jersey, and a full case of Chronicles. Friday night, we have some new releases. We're going to open a full case of Vanguard basketball, the only case of that I have, and a full case of Absolute football, along with a half case of Leaf autographed jerseys, which will be the beginning of a new case. Saturday, we'll open a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey. The rest of the mini helmets that are in this case that we started tonight, we'll open the rest of them Saturday night, along with a couple of boxes of 2007 Upper Deck Premier and a full 12-box case of 2011 Crown Royal football, which, by the way, will have, I think, 48 hits in it. It's a pretty monstrous amount of hits in that case. On Sunday, we'll open an autographed baseball bat, a half case of Prime Signatures football, which is the back half of the case, and a second case of Absolute football. Monday night, we're going to get into some interesting things Monday night. A triple play baseball box. You guys are probably familiar with that, with the 3 autographed items. We're going to also try a 4th and goal football memorabilia box, and it has 4 items in it. An autographed full-size football helmet, an autographed mini football helmet, an autographed jersey, and an autographed picture. So 4th and goal, full-size and mini helmet, with a jersey and a picture. We're going to give it a shot on Monday night and see how it does. We will also open a case of Leaf History of Baseball cut signature. I decided to sell that as first letter of last name. So for instance, Babe Ruth would go to the R, Ty Cobb would go to the C. And those kind of guys are in this product. I mean, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Mickey Mantle, all those guys are possibles in this particular product. So certainly we can't guarantee that we're going to hit one of those guys, but the fact is there's some really heavy hitters available in the product. We'll also open a half case of Luminaries baseball. That comes out Friday night. I had, I don't know, I just forgot about it, honestly, and I didn't remember it till yesterday, and then it was too late to list it for Sunday, and anyway, here you go. We're going to open it Monday night instead of when it came out on Friday. And we'll open it as a half case, 6 boxes half case, because it is a pretty expensive little case, $2,400 or so for the case, I think it was. And then 16 boxes of Origins football, which is a full case. It's break number 5, and it is the last of the Origins. So Monday night we'll wave goodbye to Origins after that. And the shipping again for this, actually that should have said Tuesday. I forgot to change the date. We're just going to leave it at Monday. I feel like I can get it out on or before Monday. So that's going to be the plan. If you pulled one of the items tonight, look for it to ship between now and then. And of course, if you didn't pull one of the items, if you happen to get skunked or something, which, you know what, I hope that you didn't. I just realized I didn't have any of that on the screen. I hope that you didn't get skunked. But if you did, of course, I'm going to send your consolation card usually when your next package goes out the door. And I track it for 90 days. But if you do want it sent sooner, you just send me a message on eBay and we'll get you taken care of. This is all the stuff that I should have had on the screen, but I didn't, because I thought that I did and I forgot to put it up there. I do that right at the end of the break. I've done that 2 or 3 times recently. I don't know what I keep forgetting to hit the little thing that switches the view. So like I see the right thing, but I don't really always quite realize that you're not seeing the right thing. So what are you going to do with that? I know. Terrible. Sad but true. Sad but true. So again, this is the list of the Leaf Greatest Hits, the final list. Assuming all the payments come in. If some of the payments do not come in, I do have a couple of people that are on the waiting list to pick up a couple of extra spots. And if some of these other folks don't get their spots paid, then I may be contacting you to have you pick up those extra spots if you still want them. All right, that's it for tonight. Thanks once again. I appreciate everyone joining me. I hope that I will see you again tomorrow night, or if not then, sometime soon. And until I see you next, take care. Have a good one. Bye now.